Alright guys, welcome to the second lecture for PD 450. This one's going to talk more about sport marketing in general, give you an overview of it. Tell you a quick story. Has to do with the New Jersey Nets. In 1983, the Nets were absolutely atrocious. They were terrible. Okay. Matter of fact, those of you who are old enough will remember they used to put kids' faces that were missing kids on the side of milk cartons to raise awareness. The Nets used to put free ticket vouchers on those same milk cartons, and the joke was that they found more missing kids with those than the Nets sold tickets. So what they did was kind of revolutionary. Um, they basically changed their whole target market. They had been marketing in Manhattan and New York City. The problem was that's where the Knicks were. So they completely changed. They moved out into the suburbs. They targeted families, um, schools, and did some innovative things with ticket packages, and were able to end up selling out games. So it's possible even with a losing team. Um, Couple things for today that I want you to make sure that you write these down, that you understand. This is kind of what we're going to try to get accomplished. You need to understand why sport fans are different from consumers of normal goods. Need to understand the challenges facing sport marketers today. Understand what are the basic components of sport marketing. What is marketing myopia? And understand some strategies that sport marketers can use to help their organization. So what makes sport fans different? They're fanatics. Okay, they're obsessed with winning and losing of their team. Okay, um, if you go buy any other kind of product, if you go get a set of tires for your car, are you satisfied? You might be satisfied, but not like it when your team wins. Okay, it's two totally different things. Do you ever say, "Hey, let me show you these new tires I got," or "Hey, last month I had the best electricity ever"? "Hey, this morning I used Crest to brush my teeth." Do you like Crest? No, I mean you don't. But if your team is winning, you're going to come in and talk trash and be excited about Georgia winning or the Braves winning, whoever your team is. Okay, not the same as you having loyalty to your cable company. Um, so the question is, do you indirectly promote something by what you're wearing? So check out my dude here. Alright, so um, sport marketing has been around forever, guys. Promoters have been selling it for hundreds of years, starting back in the Romans. During the gladiators, they sold tickets to events, they did promotions, they sold concessions. It had a purpose. Okay, it was more of a political purpose then, but it still had a purpose. Um, there are a lot of things that make sports so popular. Um, it's pure competition. Somebody's going to win, somebody's going to lose. We like that. We don't know usually what's going to happen. There's an uncertainty of who's going to win, who's going to lose. They're superstars. Okay, we're drawn to superstars. We like rooting for an underdog, picking somebody to win, rooting for the Mercers of the world in the NCAA tournament. Some other things. Um, there are a bunch of systems in place to market sport, and they're common in every sport. Um, the problem is there's not enough great research to reach these small markets with small teams and to understand what works best and what system works best. And that's kind of where this comes in this class. To try to teach you things that will make you marketable and help you market small programs, obscure sports. So I'm going to give you kind of a quick case study. David Stern, who just retired as a commissioner in the NBA, he took over in 1984. When he did, the NBA was a mess. Most arenas never sold out. They sold very little merchandise. They had a terrible TV schedule. Hard to believe it, the finals were actually tape delayed. You had to watch them the next day. So what did Stern do? He came in and did a couple of things. He implemented revenue sharing, so that the league automatically got more competitive. He set a salary cap, so he held down salaries so teams could afford to get better players. And he cleaned up the sport. Okay, he started drug testing. What that did is it basically increased their ticket sales. It expanded the NBA into foreign markets to get foreign players, to have minor league teams in foreign markets, and then they increased their sponsorship sales. And now the NBA is basically hugely popular. So some challenges facing organizations. One, we're still in a tough economy. Okay, people are having to often, you know, use their money for the necessities, for food, for rent, for basically to pay bills, and so there's not as much extra income to spend on sport. Terrorism continues to be a threat. The reason is that organizations are having to dump tons of money into having plans in place to handle terrorism, to prevent it, to hire more staff, check bags. So it costs money. We're highly sophisticated consumers. We have kind of a certain things that we're looking for. We're picky about what we want to watch. There's huge competition. Okay, competition from movies, from TV, from staying at home and watching it as opposed to going to the game. People have lots of entertainment options. Personally, I'd rather sit in front of a big screen and watch it than fight traffic. Okay, and then the markets are saturated. There are tons of sports going on, tons of small events. You know, sports that are taking little chunks out of major sports. So for example, when UFC has grown so big, well, that's taking viewers away from football, from basketball. And then to some level there's some struggles at grassroots. Okay, this concussion issue is going to hurt the NFL eventually. Okay, not as many youths are playing football, so there's some issues marketed and just the overall way grassroots sports are run in this country. So what's innovative marketing? First, it's doing proper research before you develop a product. Look at Apple. They did tons of research before they figured out the iPhone, okay, the iPad. Then you develop an innovative product. Again, look at the iPhone, look at the iPad. And then you have to understand, a couple marketing concepts. As it applies to sports, you need to know what marketing of sport is. What that means, guys, is it means I'm marketing an actual sport. I work for the Hawks. I'm trying to promote the Hawks, to get people to come to the Hawks. Or I work for the Falcons or the Braves or whoever. I'm marketing that sport team. Okay, I work for that team. Marketing through sports, totally different thing. That means I work for Apple, or I work for Home Depot or UPS or any other company, and I'm choosing to spend my marketing money by affiliating my company with a sports team. So the Chick-fil-A Kickoff Classic, okay, Home Depot sponsoring the Falcons, sponsoring the Braves. Okay, you kind of get the idea. Alright, so some mistakes we need to avoid. Not having enough market research. We have to understand our target markets, who it is we're trying to get. Having poor sales and training technique, just not knowing what you're doing, sending people out there who don't understand. And then the marketing myopia, which is what we're about to talk about. Now, this gentleman that just popped up on the screen is Bill Veeck. Okay, he is pretty much known as the father of sport marketing. Okay, this is his book. Okay, Veeck is in wreck, and he's really known for a couple things. One, he's known for the idea of promotions at ball games, at putting the fans first. And his most daring stunt was in the 1950s, he actually put a signed a midget or a small person and put them to bat in a major league game. The guy's name was Eddie Gaedel. He was 3 feet 7 inches and he weighed 65 pounds. He put him at the plate, told him to squat down as much as he could, and basically made his strike zone about 1.5 inches. He drew his one at bat, he drew a walk. Um, it was a huge success. Those of you who are saying I'm lying, there's the pictures to prove it. He didn't even get a whole number. His number was 1/8 Gaedel. Okay, so there you go. This was with the St. Louis Browns at the time. Alright, some marketing myopia, some common stuff to avoid. Focusing too much on production rather than taking care of your customers. You can't have a business without customers. You have to cater to them, find out their needs, and try to satisfy their needs. Thinking that winning will solve all problems is not true. The Miami Marlins have won I don't know how many World Series in the last 10 or 15 years, and they still cannot fill a ballpark, even with a new ballpark. Not understanding the difference between marketing and promotion, and then not understanding your competition. You have to find out who your threat is, okay, and then understand how to address those threats. Alright. So Bill Veeck had 12 commandments of sport management, and this is real important. This is kind of what they were. Take your work very seriously. Go broke and give it your all. Never take yourself too seriously. Don't get too caught up in thinking you're that important. Find your alter ego and bond with him or her for the rest of your professional life. Basically, that just means that a lot of people are going to say bad things about you. Find somebody who you can be comfortable in your own skin. Surround yourself with people just like you. You want people to work for you who are like you. When hiring, be colorblind, gender blind, age blind, experience blind. Okay, be willing to hire anybody. If you're the president, the owner, the operator, be at every game and be the last person out. Answer your mail. You never know what you're going to learn. Be available to your fans. Get to know them. Be good to the media. Don't have a them against us. You should respect the media. Give them inside. They're much more willing to take care of you and give you a break when you're good to them. Make coming to the ballpark in your city or your town or your university something that they're missing out on if they're not there. Make it an event. Don't do a promotion unless you think it's fun. And then don't miss the essence of what's happening. Enjoy what you're doing. Okay, enjoy what's around you. Alright, last couple of things. The sport product. It's any bundle or combination of qualities, processes, and capabilities. So it can be competition, just a flat game. It can be rules and regulations. It could be athletes' abilities. It could be the facilities, the equipment. So some of the core benefits to consumers, if you play, the sport product could be health. It could be going to a gym. It could be playing a sport, just being able to participate. It could be entertainment. Okay, going to the Hawks game, going to the Falcons game, going to a Georgia game. You're entertained by watching it. It could be that you go to socialize. Okay, you enjoy being around family, friends, other people. It could be if you play as an achievement. You're trying to achieve something. You're trying to win. You're trying to feel good about winning. Some things to think about, things that can affect your marketing efforts. Create an overall experience. Stadiums now have swimming pools, places for parties, restaurants. Create a whole sportscape for your consumers. Create a product that fits a simple, sharp segmentation, a certain segmentation of people, and draws them. Control the entertainment within an event, meaning what goes on other than just the sport while they're at the event. the promotion, the dance and the music, the jumbotron, what goes on there, and then try to find sponsors who you can match to your target markets. Okay, in other words, if your target market is 18 to 25-year-old men, then find sponsors who are trying to reach that same target market. Some other considerations. You want to have a positive experience for media. Okay, they influence what other people think. They get on the TV, the radio, they write in newspapers, on the internet. They're going to say good things or bad things. If you fed them well, gave them a nice air-conditioned place to stay, they're much more willing to write good things. Create a good experience for your sponsors. Have a place set up where they can network, where they can have hospitality. Take care of them, and then train your employees to be good at customer service, to be able to give back feedback, to be able to interact. They're the frontline employees. They're the people who are taking up money, taking up tickets, giving you Coke at a concession stand. These are the people you want to make sure that they're good to your fans because they represent your entire organization. So, kind of in a summary, a lot of challenges facing sport organizations. It's a competitive environment. You've got to be knowledgeable and innovative to respond to these challenges. You have to be able to create an experience that fits the consumers and the target markets you're trying to reach. And you have to be able to evaluate your efforts. Okay, make sure that you're constantly evaluating and constantly getting better. So hope you guys enjoyed this. Coming into class on Tuesday and be ready to ask questions and interact.